You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another compilation of older content. I'm compiling all of the current episodes of my cult film series. It's a series where we review films with a cult following. I have reviewed other movies with a cult following, but they've often just ended up as one-off regular reviews that are unrelated. So I don't really know if I'll ever bring back the cult film series and name proper. So for now, I'm still going to call this Volume 1, because you know I have a habit to bring shit back anyway. But here it is. There's only 4 episodes thus far, but here's Cult Films Volume 1 Supercut. Again, we'll see if there's ever a Volume 2. But let's just jump right in. Films Episode 1, The Blair Witch Project. Alright, as we walk down this trail, in true Blair Witch Project style, Snowman, Dozer Mac, and myself.
Do we have to walk?
Yes.
Really?
Hey, there's a flashlight on this. I don't need to hold this right now. You can hold this, Snowman. Anyway.
We're gonna get lost, man. We're in the woods without a map.
It's okay.
I'm freaking out, man.
We're just filming a video review.
Pile of rocks.
Pile of rocks? Oh, shit. There's no rocks there. Don't worry.
Wait,
Okay.
over there. Oh, no, I'm freaking out.
Alright, you guys. This way. Come on. No, that way. You guys. You're going the wrong way. Or we can go over there, I guess. I don't care.
I'm so confused right now.
Alright, we gotta start talking about the movie at some point.
No, man, get you.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit louder because I know YouTube and stuff, but
Where do I stand?
I don't know.
Alright, fuck it.
You're good.
That'll do.
How about right about here? We'll start filming right about here.
Yeah, this way.
Alright, you guys, so just the 3 of us out here in the woods in Blair Witch Project style.
I need some snot from my nose.
Of course, but for now, let us discuss this. Dozer Mac, when you first saw the Blair Witch Project, was it when it first came out?
Yeah.
Did you believe it was real in its entirety?
Yeah, well, back then.
Full documentary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, gonna stop you for a second, and I'm gonna go to Snowman.
Horseshit!
No. What was your opinion? Well, before you'd seen it.
It sounded like it was a bunch of actors.
Okay, and what was your opinion after seeing it?
They overacted.
And what was your opinion after rewatching it?
They tried too hard.
Do you think it was real?
No, well, I don't know.
They tried too hard, man. It wasn't real.
Some spots, yes, but other places, no.
Okay. Now, so, I will tell you guys the story of the Blair Witch Project. When it first came out, there was this big debate, okay? People thought it was real and stuff, because when it first came out, there was a bunch of news articles that were released claiming that they were news, and like saying that, hey, people died here, right? Be like, hey, these people are missing. If you have any information, contact them, and they listed a number. Now, on IMDb, for an entire year after the movie came out, the actors were listed as missing, presumed dead. So that led many people to believe that the Blair Witch Project was a legitimate documentary. Now,
No.
Wait,
hold on.
Just
Is there somebody back there?
No, don't worry about it. Just let me finish my speech.
Okay.
So then, I looked it up, obviously, to solve the question. The Blair Witch Project itself is fake. The movie itself is fake. However, it uses somewhat true mythology of the Bell Witch hauntings, or whatever you call them. The Bell Witch, you know, the old one in the Salem Witch Trials. Or, no, I'm mixing 2 things up. Whatever, they used combination of the Bell Witch and the Salem Witch Trials lore to create the concept of the Blair Witch.
Look
And that's where
behind the red eye.
Has that guy been here the whole time?
I don't
Dude, get the fuck out of here! We're filming a movie!
Get the fuck out
Kick
of
this
here.
guy's ass next time he comes out here. I swear to God.
What the fuck?
Was he smoking something?
I don't know, dude. I didn't get a good look.
I'm prepared. We should...
Anyway, let me just give my final speech. I enjoyed the movie, though. You know, I thought it looked fairly real for the budget. It had a very low budget, about a Clerks budget, actually. Clerks 1, like a $30,000 budget. What did you think? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was entertaining. They tried too hard, though.
Dozer?
It was pretty good, but yeah, I mean, there was a few things they could have done better.
Well, I'm going to hold the camera. You pitched the tent. You need my help too bad. I'm going to hold the camera. Yeah.
My biggest disappointment with the movie is they never show the witch.
Yeah.
It's anticlimactic. and I'd have to give it a
Get the fuck out of here!
What is this guy doing? What
out of
the
10.
hell?
I
Holy
get the fuck out of
fuck.
here out of 10.
God damn.
That is it. Fugitive Red Eye out. Oh, hi, Mark. You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and today we are doing our second episode of Cult Films. And today we will be talking about, you guessed it, The Room by Tommy Wiseau, which I always pronounce Wiseau because that's how it's spelled, but no, it's Wiseau.
Now, how's your sex life?
You know, that's I can't talk about that because, you know, Mark and Denny and the drugs and the pudding and the pops.
What kind of drugs?
The green kind. But anyway, The Room is a movie that was made on a $6 million budget. Shocking, yes, I know, it's terrible. I don't know where that budget went, but it's just kind of...
Or where it came from.
Yeah, or where it came from. Tommy Wiseau claims it had something to do with, I think, selling leather jackets or something like that. A lot of the actual crew there think that possibly that the movie was an excuse for money laundering to do with drugs. And Tommy, I think, was wrongfully arrested on a drug raid charge. I can't remember if that's an actual thing that happened, so don't quote me on that. But the movie itself has terrible acting, and I bought it because I heard, oh, it's so horrible, it's comical. You need to watch it because, you know, it's terrible. It has horrible acting, you know.
It's garbage.
You know, initially I was actually sad at the ending because, spoiler alert, Johnny kills himself, and, you know, I felt it was pretty sad, you know, despite the fact that the acting was terrible. Because, everyone betrayed him. And, you know, that was what Tommy Wiseau was going for. It was supposed to be a romantic, drama type thing. Although, most people look at it now as a sort of dark comedy, which, Tommy has later rebuked the claims of it being a, romantic drama and claimed, oh, it was supposed to be a comedy the whole time.
No, it wasn't.
This movie itself is so odd. It was not. But yeah, he has this quote here that's to make it look like it's from like a critic on the case, and it says, experience this quirky new black comedy. It's a riot. But if you look, that quote's actually from Tommy Wiseau's synopsis of the plot, so you can't really see that, but yeah, that's what that is. Well, the movie itself introduces multiple side plots that are completely irrelevant and never again mentioned. Like, Lisa's mom at one point says, I definitely have breast cancer, and then they just shrug that off like it's nothing.
The shittiest way to tell your kids that you have breast cancer.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah, and, another thing is, the movie itself, like I said, had a $6 million budget, and they had an actual rooftop available for the rooftop scene, but instead of using it, they just used a green screen, which looked a lot worse than the real thing would have.
Because, you know, we have a green screen.
Yeah, I don't know. And it was filmed on a high-res camera and a low-def camera, because Tommy Wiseau didn't know the difference, and he used them interchangeable, so different scenes have different video quality. And he also redubbed most of the lines in, but none of them actually match up with the mouth movement.
I don't understand.
Now, the movie itself becomes funnier when you actually know more about Tommy Wiseau's life. The fact that nobody knows what country he's actually from because he's told multiple different stories. And his actual age has come into question, too, because he comes up with random birthdays all the time and shit. A lot of people think he was born in the 50s, but there's no actual evidence to back it. He's such a bizarre guy. It's like his entire life is a joke.
It is. His entire life is a joke.
Right, and like he made a series that's on Hulu right now called The Neighbors.
Don't
watch it.
It hurts your eyes.
It does. It hurts your eyes a lot. You think that the quality in The Room is bad? The Neighbors is 20 times as bad.
The intervals are so bad.
Yeah. And, you know, he's also been in a couple other things. One thing that I do like that Tommy Wiseau is in, Tommy Wiseau, is the Tommy Wise Show on YouTube, which is this thing of him playing video games and being terrible at it. And the thing is, you can't tell if he's acting or if he's actually playing because he's that bizarre of a guy. And, like, I don't know, the movie's so odd, and it's kind of become a similarity to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which, being shown in like porno theaters and having people come in and bring their own stuff. With the room, they only bring spoons, whereas the Rocky Horror Picture Show, yeah, we'll go into that in another episode, obviously. But, yeah, does that about wrap it up for us today, Snowman?
Yep.
Alrighty. Hi, this is Fugitive Red Eye, and it's Christmas Day, or Christmas night. We watched last night Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 1 and 2.
Show them the case.
It's upstairs. Pause it.
Fucking
Is there a pause button? You can roll again.
Okay.
You rolling?
Yes.
So this is the case. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 1 and 2. This is Cult Films, Episode 3, by the way. The first one was a fairly decent Christmassy slasher, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
So if you're going to watch the second one, don't even bother watching the first, because it recaps it all and shows you everything that happens. So, yeah.
That's pretty much the first 40 minutes of the second movie.
Mm-hmm. We had all of us sitting around watching it, as a matter of fact. But Dozimak's not here, but we're going to get his opinion over the phone. Just to annoy him. See what Dozermac has to say about the movie.
He'll probably be pissed as fuck. He's in the middle of a Call of Duty game. Playing zombies.
Hey, what'd you think of the movie?
Garbage day.
Garbage day!
It was horrible. I actually feel stupider after watching it.
Yeah, I know. I think we all lost a few brain cells there.
That is bad.
Alrighty. That all you have to say about it?
I can't wait for number 3.
I don't think Dan Man or Snowman is going to watch it with us, but I'm down for number 3.
And 4 and 5.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it either.
Well, it's a different actor, so it's probably not as funny.
I'm glad I didn't watch the first one with you.
Yeah, I know, because, like I said, it recaps it all in the beginning. Alright.
If you can't tell, I'm moving my eyebrows up and down right now.
Yeah, because in the movie, the guy moves his eyebrows like this every time he talks.
That man's coming. Never mind.
Alright. Okay, well, that's enough out of him. Another thing. The reason Dozer said garbage day first is it's a famous scene from the movie. He's walking around killing a bunch of people, and this guy's bringing out his trash can, and he's like, garbage day! And he shoots him, and it's just has this fake-ass laugh. It was great. Movie was terrible. We were ripping on it the whole time we were watching it. It had almost nothing to do with Christmas, even though it's supposed to be a Christmassy movie like the first.
Don't forget the guy had superhuman strength.
Oh yeah, in the first movie, the guy had superhuman strength. He picks the chick up with Christmas lights with one hand and strangles her to death, also cutting through her neck.
The girl that he was trying to save.
Yeah, she was being raped, and he killed the guy that was raping her. She's like, oh no, you're crazy! Ah, get away from me! Like, bitch, he just saved you. What the fuck? But, another thing, the first movie, the whole concept is supposed to be kind of a tragedy, too, I think, because the guy, his family's killed by this guy dressed up as Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. And then, he goes nuts in this orphanage from this bitch nun. And then, after that, he becomes a killer, and he dies at the end. Spoiler alert.
Because they made him wear a Santa suit.
Yep. He lost his mind because they made him be a mall Santa. Or a toy store Santa, but same thing. But, I guess that's pretty much all I really have to say about it. I'll leave a bunch of links in the description to clips from the second movie to give you an idea of how shitty it was. But this has been Cult Films Episode 3, our Christmas special. What?
You forgot to rate it.
Forgot to rate the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I rated a 10 out of 10. Hands down masterpiece. Best movie ever.
I agree.
Alright. You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another episode of Cult Films. It's been a really long time since I've done one of these.
What kind of moron in this day and age wears a backwards hat?
Today I should be joined by Corbin, unless he forgot to record his bit because I want to get this out before Halloween, in which case, fuck you, Corbin. But if you're on here, then great. Today on Cult Films, I will be talking about Cannibal Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust is one of the best movies I have ever seen. It's often credited as being the first ever found footage movie, although technically only about half of the movie is actual found footage type stuff, and the other half is just kind of traditional filmmaking. On top of that, there was actually technically one movie that predates it as far as found footage genre goes, but in a way, Cannibal Holocaust is kind of the grandfather of the genre as a whole. That said, it was further popularized by the Blair Witch Project, which was the first episode of Cult Films. But anyway, Cannibal Holocaust is a movie about a documentary crew that went down to sensationalize a documentary and stage a bunch of stuff with these native tribes in the Amazon. And so doing this, they go and they start doing all this horrible shit to them, trying to get a reaction out of them. And because of that, the tribe do eventually retaliate. Anyway, it also has this doctor character, this scientist, or whatever he is, that's going down and trying to, he's a professor, I believe, actually, that's going down and trying to find the documentary crew, comes across the tape and watches it, ultimately determining their fate. That said, this movie is known to be one of the most fucked up movies ever made. And admittedly, it can be pretty extreme.
Something's really rocking on planet number 3. Modern man's got prehistoric destiny.
But, other than that, despite the fact that it does have some pretty intense scenes, it also has a message behind it, which is not something I was expecting going into it. I was expecting this to just to be some movie where a documentary crew goes down, gets eaten by cannibals, end of story, bing, bam, boom. No. The documentary crew are the bad guys. The cannibals are not the bad guys in this case, and that's something I really like about this movie. The whole point of the movie is to make a commentary on sensationalism in media, lengths people go to make entertainment entertaining, and whether or not it's ethical. There's a lot of fucked up shit in this movie. These documentary crew makers are rapists, probably murderers. There's a scene, the impalement scene, I'm pretty sure they're the ones who killed that girl, but that's never explicitly said. I also think some of the cannibals may have died when their huts were lit on fire. So again, it's hard to say exactly if that is the case, but I'm pretty sure these guys are also murderers. That said, there's also scenes where intense rape scenes. There's a scene where an adulteress gets punished. That's actually carried out by one of the tribe, ramming a jagged, spiked rock inside of her. You can imagine where that went, given the fact that it is a fairly graphic movie. It's a really fucked up movie. It is. But it has an endearing, philosophy behind it, although some might argue it's hypocritical because they killed several real animals to make this movie. Which is another thing a lot of people think about is, oh, they killed a lot of real animals making this, at least 6. There was a tarantula, which it sounds weird and kind of double standardy, but I'm surprised that a lot of people got upset by a tarantula dying because it's a spider, but at the same time it is technically an animal. There's some sort of little thing, I think it's called like a Cody or something like that. It was mistaken for a muskrat in the movie itself. Then there was the turtle. The turtle's the most graphic one. There was a boar that gets kicked and shot in the head. There was a spider monkey who gets its face cut off. They actually killed 2 monkeys for that scene because there was 2 takes. The monkeys did get eaten. They were not wasted, so I think that makes it at least better. The special effects are really convincing. So convincing, in fact, that the director actually got arrested under snuff allegations, believing that he had actually killed people to produce this film. And he had to have the actors come forth and testify that, hey, yeah, we're alive and that didn't happen. Which just goes to show just how good of a movie it is, because the special effects are that convincing. It also has a very beautiful soundtrack, which, in a way, doesn't fit the movie. It's very, calming and beautiful and serene. I mean, granted, there's kind of a haunting sort of edge to it, which makes it work really well. Surprisingly, it fits the movie really, really well. Cannibal Holocaust. Fantastic movie. So, on to you, Corbin, unless, of course, you didn't record your part. If that's the case, then fuck you.
Cannibal Holocaust is easily one of my favorite movies. I like the music, the gore, but something that makes this unique from other cannibal movies is the message behind it. Most reviews you see of this movie are of people saying the movie is really disturbing and will mess with your head, and to be careful when you watch it, and I think those people are retarded, because it's not like somebody was actually killed in the making of this movie. The way people react to gory movies is dumb to me. It's all just props, fake blood, and actors and stuff, so, but that's for most films. This movie has a couple of animal deaths, and I can't really blame anyone for being disturbed by those, but I think it's dumb when people say that, watching these actors get their fake limbs cut off really disturbed me, and it really messed me up. I think that's kind of a wussy thing to say. I also think people who say stuff like that miss the whole message behind the movie. In the movie, it's not the cannibals who are supposed to be the bad guys. It's the people going on the island. The people who get there, kill the animals, rape the women, and even burn down their homes. The main characters kind of deserve what happened to them. The people in this movie just view the cannibals as crazy and bad people, but when you watch the movie, you can see that they are just living their own lives, and it's the main characters who disrupt them and turn them against them. I felt worse for the cannibals in this movie than I do for the main characters who get chopped up and eaten. Just a little side thing, too, that I want to say is that the music in this movie is beautiful. I absolutely love the music in this. At some moments it really fits, and at others it doesn't, but it's okay when the music doesn't fit, because it makes the scene seem more unnatural to me and more disturbing. But I really recommend this movie to people. I wish I didn't have to say something stupid like, be warned, this movie is disturbing, or anything like that, because in my own opinion, if you were over the age of 13 and gore in movies still freaks you out, that's weird. It's fake. Get over it.
Get over it.
But yeah, Corbin's actually the one who suggested this to me. So, there you go. But yeah, this has been Fugitive Red Eye. Have a great day.
Just you play like that, you play like a soccer, bitch!